Hollywood is also a business, and it's tough to make your place. If you have a bad reputation, it might be tough to land in good roles. The audience and the makers might blacklist you, no matter how impactful you were on the screen. Here are some of the actors who once were the stars and are now no longer cast in big roles. Brendan Fraser, an American actor, had his breakthrough in 1992 with comedy that let him gain prominence for his starring movies like Blast from the Past, Honors, and George of the Jungle, but his work slowed down from the late 2000s to mid-2010s due to poor box office collections. His career came declining due to some of his health problems and personal problems, including a sexual assault against him in 2003 by Philip Burke, the president of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Burke has described Fraser's claims as a total fabrication, but later in their 2014 memoir, he accepted that he groped him in a zest. In the 2018 GQ piece, where Fraser first publicly made the allegation, he said, "The phone does stop ringing in your career and you start asking yourself why. There are many reasons, but was one of them? I think it was." Apart from these, later his role as an obese gray man in the movie The Whale earned him critical acclaim and the Academy Best Award for an actor. His journey from fame to fall gained a comeback, but his last movie was in 2022, and it's 2 years already. His journey in Hollywood is tough. Mel Gibson, an American actor and film director. He is mostly known for his action hero roles, particularly his breakout role as Max Rokitansky in the first 3 films of the post-apocalyptic action series Mad Max. In 1985, he was named as Sexiest Man Alive by People's Magazine. But what turned bad? After 2010, his relevance started declining. He proved one wrong move can change how people perceive you. His habit of passing racist comments fumed his viewers and the makers. While promoting a film, Gibson said he no longer wanted to be a movie star and would be doing a film only if the script was good. In 2010, he appeared in the movie Edge of Darkness, his first starring role after 2002. But later in 2010, following an outburst on his girlfriend that was made public by the leaked tapes of him abusing and slamming her girlfriend Oksana Grigorieva, earned criticism, and he was even dropped from the talent agency of William Morris Endeavor. After that, Gibson was assigned a small role in The Hangover Part 2, but was later removed by the crew and cast for his involvement. Amanda Bynes is an American actress who started her career as a child actor, appearing in the Nickelodeon sketch comedy series and The Amanda Show. As she grew up, her actions led her into trouble, from this very famous tweet to Drake to posting nudes online. She was even arrested for reckless endangerment and marijuana possession. She even tweeted after being arrested and alleged being harassed by cops and being slapped at her vagina. In 2022, she announced her retirement from acting at the age of 24. She said, "Being an actress is not as easy as it may seem. When you don't like doing something, you leave it. I'm leaving acting." Along with this, she has been dealing with some mental problems as well. She has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. In July of 2023, she was released from the hospital with a recovery plan as she was showing progress and recovery. Charlie Sheen is an American actor known for many leading roles in films and TV. He was one of the highest paid actors on the planet once, but his public breakdowns made it difficult for him to grab some good roles. In his 50 years of career, he is remembered for his drug-induced and public freakouts. He lost his job from 2.5 Men, in which he was being paid almost $2 million per episode. He married thrice but got divorced from all. Sheen divorced her third wife, Brooke Miller, in 2011. After that, he had to struggle for the custody of his sons, which he got in November 20th, 22 and August 20th, 23. He later left acting and started a career as a spearfishing guide. Monique Angela Hicks, anonymously known as Monique, an American stand-up comedian and actress, she gained popularity in comedy after she debuted with the Queens of Comedy in 2002. However, her biggest break came in 2009 when she played the role of an abusive mother in Lee Daniels' film. Precious earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Role. After winning the Academy Award, her life flipped in about 5 years. Director Lee Daniels put her on a phone call and said, "Monique, you have been blackballed," because she refused to campaign for her award. Lee Daniels had a perception about her that she was difficult and tacky, and she was lost on several roles. However, she is still working in the industry. Her last movie was The Reading, which is a horror film on Netflix. Hayden Christensen is a Canadian actor best known for his roles as Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader in the Star Wars media franchise. His performances were award-winning but were prequels, and fans generally backlash on prequels of Star Wars. His character Anakin had to go through a lot. Still, why did he leave acting after Star Wars, and wait, who does that? He said, "I felt like I had this great thing in Star Wars that provided all these opportunities and gave me a career, but it all kind of felt a little too handed to me. I didn't want to go through life feeling like I was just riding a wave." In 2007, Christensen bought a farm in Uxbridge, Ontario. He noted in 2008 that he had been renovating the property himself and devoting time to learning about livestock, crops, and agricultural machinery. He was then able to come back with the film Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ahsoka, and has been the ultimate win-win for him and his fans awaiting. At first, he was happy with small roles and earning what he was getting, but as of November, he is ready to get bigger roles and has reunited with his previous talent agency. Cameron Diaz, an American actress known for both comedy and drama. She was once the 5th highest grossing actress in domestic films of 2018. After giving 3 comedy hits in 2014, she quit acting to find peace and to devote her time to family and to herself. She felt doing films back-to-back had exhausted her time and she could not explore more. She left acting for years and then made a comeback with the Netflix film Back in Action, which will be released this year. But again, in 2022, she announced her retirement from acting. Nicolas Kim Coppola is well known by the stage name Nicolas Cage. Cage began his career in films such as Fast Times at Ridgemont High, 1982, and Valley Girl, 1983. In his peak career era, he was everywhere doing many roles. His career started to sink when he started giving a series of flops in 2006 like The Wicker Man and The Ghost Rider. After that, rumors were that he was so much into debt and several lawsuits from banks that he started doing mediocre roles reluctantly. After 2010, the audience has not seen much of him. Thora Birch is an American actress and producer. She made her feature film debut in 1988 with a starring role in Purple People Eater. She even won the Young Artist Award for Best Female Actress under 9 years of age for her first break. Her film Hocus Pocus has been watched a lot at Christmas. She evolved from a child star to a bona fide star from the 90s to the 2000s. Well, she has been working since she was less than 9 years of age. Still, she is not among the well-known stars of Hollywood. It was because she was blacklisted from Hollywood and for someone else's actions. Her dad, Jack Birch, a former adult film star whose insistence on being present at his daughter's every performance has been noted as overbearing at best and creepy at worst. Her dad/manager allegedly physically threatened a co-star, which quickly got her fired. She still gets some roles here and there, but she would have been an even bigger star if this hadn't taken place. Tobey Maguire, American actor and producer best known for the character in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy and later in Spider-Man No Way Home. His first appearance was in a feature film in 1989's Wizard. The movie franchise that shined Tobey was the reason that sank his career was the movie Spider-Man 3. His first 2 Spider-Man movies earned him fame worldwide. All the millennial fans still consider him their first Spider-Man. It is also believed that his career ended because he was too famous to do smaller roles. Sony had fired Tobey Maguire when the actor was essaying the role of Peter Parker in Spider-Man. As per the report, the producers had fired him because he was suspected of having faked an injury to negotiate a bigger salary and didn't show up at the Amazing Spider-Man 3 release. SONDRA LOCKE is best known for her roles in The Outlaw Josie Wales, The Gauntlet, and many others. She received an Academy Awards nomination for her debut role in The Heart is a Lonely Hunter as Best Actress in a Supporting Role. All the names in this video are quite new compared to hers. She was the one who was blacklisted after her breakup. She was dating Clint Eastwood for years, and when the couple went through a messy breakup in 1989, she was blacklisted for a while from the industry. It is believed that Eastwood used her star power and reach to keep her out of the industry. This lasted for a decade, and when she finally returned, her comeback couldn't happen. Judge Reinhold is best known in Hollywood for his roles in the 80s. He starred in many amazing movies, some of them Beverly Hills Cop and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He was referred to as that guy, but today's generation might not recognize him as around 20 years back, he didn't appear in any noticeable work. He was featured in a cameo on Arrested Development and some more TV series projects, some of which never make it to air. All this because he was arrested for a rough altercation with TSA agents at the Dallas International Airport. After Transportation Security Administration workers reported he refused to submit to screening at a security checkpoint, this incident took place in 2016. Later, he admitted he is embarrassed for whatever happened at the Dallas airport. Jessica Alba, American actress and businesswoman. She began her acting career at the age of 13 with the camp Nowhere. At the age of 19, she was the lead actress in a TV series Dark Angel, for which she even received a Golden Globes nomination. Throughout her career, she also got 6 Razzie nominations and won one of them. But these awards couldn't make her career hit, and the credit goes to several flops she gave in her career. For the flops, she always managed to blame the scripts and first-time directors. But when the New Times referred to her acting as vapid, in 2010, she admitted to Emma magazine that she had almost left acting after a director asked her to cry pretty. She said she had left acting when she was 27 and it's not her top priority. In August 2017, she announced giving birth to her 3rd child. She also owns a consumer goods brand, The Honest Company. Unfortunately, despite being valued at more than $1 billion in 2015, she has to go through losses for her company. It is because of several lawsuits on her products that consume a large capital for settlement. Isiah Washington is well known for her role in Grey's Anatomy. He has been featured in some of the movies like Tara Love Jones and others. But he was fired from Grey's Anatomy. Do you know why? He was fired because of using a homophobic slur against a co-star T.R. Knight both on set and on the Golden Globe Award stage. He initially denied using the slur at the Golden Globe Award, but used the slur again while defending himself. He was kicked off the show and initially blacklisted from Hollywood. This incident has left a big mark on his career span as he still works in a few roles. Well, another actress who has been blacklisted and was part of Grey's Anatomy is Katherine Heigl, was the leading lady and was sought after in a wide variety of roles, and recently she can't be seen doing much. It's reported that she is tough to work with and badmouths her role and the movies she is featured in. Questioning scripts, refusing to leave her trailer, and her ridiculous wardrobe are just some of the many complaints about her in Hollywood. In short, her demands that can't be helped have led her to get lesser roles, and some makers even avoid her as a choice.